Films.
And I'm Dead Michael.
And today we're doing House and House 2, the second story. Before we start, we're going to touch on a few things. We're going to go over the recent Scream Shout Factory title announcements from Comic-Con. Talk a little bit about George Romero and a couple other things. So, to start, we'll talk a little bit about George Romero, who recently passed on the 16th, I believe.
Yep.
Just a big loss for us two, especially, and a lot of people within the horror community and just film community in general. And, there's been some other passings here recently, too, with Chester from Linkin Park and Martin Landau.
Yeah.
And then just today, as we're doing this podcast, John Hurt passed away today as well. So a lot of celebrities, passed away here recently. But like I say, the hardest hit one for us was definitely George. And,
for sure, yeah.
Without the Dead films and the Crazies and Martin and things like that, just staples in filmmaking, definitely.
Yeah, and you got lucky too. You got to meet him. I saw at Culture Shock, right? Or
yeah, I met him a few years back at Days of the Dead Culture Shock.
Which I don't think
the nicest guy.
I don't think they do that anymore. Like they stopped doing it, like the Culture Shock.
Yeah, they only did it the one time, which is really weird. I thought it was a good idea to do that. Keep to do a show like that and have like the wrestlers and the musicians and things that kind of show, as opposed to a regular Days of the Dead, was a good idea. So just the horror fans met the horror people.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess they like to mix it up, and that way you can get people more involved in both sides of it, I guess.
Yeah, it really sucks because I was hoping to see him at a convention too, and he was supposed to be at the Indianapolis Days of the Dead too, and he canceled because.
Right, he canceled due to respiratory issues.
And like right then and there, like that's not a good sign. If they cancel over health, it's never really a good thing. Usually, I would say.
Yeah. And I believe he had they just found like a certain stage of a cancer on him, or right before he passed, like they found it, and then, within a couple months or something, he passed away.
Yeah, it sucks, because I was hoping to meet him, like, that's what I hate, like, 'cause you go to these conventions, and you think nothing of it when you're there, but then when you leave, then it's like a couple months later, it's like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
You don't really think much of it.
We talked about it a little bit before the podcast, some other passings.
Yep.
I met Gunnar Hansen right before he passed. And
yep, the Days of the Dead in Chicago, that's where I saw him.
Yeah, and I didn't have enough money to get a picture with him. It was like another $40.
Yeah, it was I don't know, $30 for the autograph, then $25, I think, for the photo, but I didn't pay for it either because, I was like, I'll maybe do it some other time if I decide to do that, but then, you don't think he's going to pass away.
Yeah, he seemed like he was in pretty good health at that time, too, so,
yeah.
If you guys go to conventions and there's someone there, no matter what age they are, how good a shape they look, if it's someone you really want to meet and you're just kind of like, maybe next time, just do it then. If you got the money, just do it.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yep.
I mean, look at, Chester was only 41, but decided to take his own life,
You never know, yeah.
So any celebrity out there you guys are trying to meet, just make it happen.
Yep.
But, just wanted to touch briefly on, his passing and everything on this podcast.
Yep.
And then, we're going to do Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, and Land of the Dead for the next one.
Yep.
We're going to leave Night out of it just because that's, his most well-known film that everybody's seen, countless times.
And I'm sure there's probably like a billion podcast episodes on it already, so...
Right,
Right.
And I know Don's probably the personal favorite. I mean, for a lot of people. I know for me it's Day, which which we'll get into more during the podcast. But
I actually like Dawn more, so that'll be interesting.
yeah, we'll have to fight about that.
Yeah.
And I think we both agree that, you know, Land is a decent film for what it is. But like I say, we'll get more into that on the next episode. But you want to move on to, did you want to cover a couple of Arrow titles, or I can go to Scream Factories? It's up to you.
Let's go to... Yeah, with Arrow, I'll start, yeah. Arrow, they had the George Romero set, and I'm thinking about getting it. I don't know, you get... It's between Night and Dawn, it's called, and it just has his face on it, and then you get The Crazies, Season of the Witch, and then... Is it vanilla or is it something vanilla? I don't know. I've never seen that movie before, but something.
Yeah, some movie we haven't heard of, but hey, it may be good, and you know.
Who knows? Yeah.
I'm sure with his directing, it's not going to be bad.
Yeah. It's, I don't know, you might get a book in there too or something. There's something also that has between the Night of Dawn, but you get that with it as well. But that was the one to really talk about. I know that they had the Thing box too. I don't know if it might just be UK for that one though. There's one. This one's American.
There's a couple different releases of the Thing.
Is there? Yeah, there was a
UK,
steelbook.
US.
Yeah, the steelbook is definitely US too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because there's still pre-orders available on either Diabolic or Amazon. I can't remember which one.
Yeah. Yeah, because it shows you, like, you can look at... It'll show you if it's, if you can get it in the US or if it... It'll have, like, the flag there so you can tell what ones you can get. Like, for different, like, the UK and then... I don't know, it's usually just the UK and America, right? Or is there another one?
I think the major releases are going to be both.
Oh, is it?
That are coming out right now. I think there's only a couple of UK exclusives this time, but nothing that really stuck out.
Yeah. So it's mainly just the Thing and then the George Romero one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure, it looks like a really nice box to that as well, like you got with the house set and everything,
Yeah.
So it would be a nice sturdy set to display on the shelf or wherever you want to put it. But definitely, yeah, both of us are definitely going to be getting that one for sure. Just being such big fans of his,
Yeah.
Sells it for me. And I'm not, that was definitely in the works before his passing, so it's not like it was a cash grab for him or anything.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know, I wanted to get... Arrow also had the one with the Reanimator too. That looks pretty cool. I think you already pre-ordered yours, so...
Right, yeah.
And that's pretty much all I'd say for Arrow right now.
That does come with the full series comic for Reanimator as well,
does it?
which is pretty cool.
I didn't even know about it, so...
Check that out. So yeah, moving on to the Scream Factory announcements from Comic-Con, which were, I think we both agree, were kind of disappointing.
Did they actually have the Comic-Con sticker on them and everything too? They probably
these were just announced at Comic-Con this week.
Gotcha.
They weren't selling them or anything. They're not even, haven't even made the disc yet. But yeah, we were kind of expecting like a original Dawn of the Dead maybe from them, or I've been wanting Night Flyer for years, and titles like that. And we got some newer titles on here which I don't think deserve the Scream Factory treatment. But just to run through them real quick, we have Attack of the Puppet People, which I believe is going to be a Shout Factory. Eye of the Cat, again, I think is another Shout Factory. Darkman 2 and Darkman 3, those will be Scream Factories, I believe, which they're on separate releases, it looks like. American Gothic, which I believe is a Scream Factory. Cyborg from the Shout line. The Strangers, again, I think that's Scream Factory. Drag Me to Hell is a Scream Factory. Misery, which is a Scream. And Silent Night, Deadly Night, which is also a Scream Factory. As far as which ones are collector's editions, I'm not not sure on. I think Silent Night, Deadly Night, Misery, and Drag Me to Hell are all collector's editions.
It wasn't Species technically supposed to be this month too in July, or is it? Because I know it got released before that, but like
it came out this month earlier.
Oh,
this
did
month.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the only ones I'm looking forward to is probably American Gothic and Silent Night, Deadly Night. What about you?
I don't know. The Species one kind of looked cool. I'd like all of them to be in, like, if they had a collection, though, that'd be so much better. But, like, I don't really like that they do the individuals. Like, they did that with the Sleepaway Camp, too. Like, I wish they would just do a box. But,
Yeah. But for the upcoming releases, which ones do you,
So there was Silent Night, Deadly Night?
right, which I think we'll both get that.
Yeah.
Right.
That'd be, like, the only one out of...
The Blu-ray I have now out of the Best Buy bin's not very great quality, so...
Yeah, you said it wasn't, like, a lot of times with some of those Blu-rays, they just, like, it seems like they just lighten them or something. They don't really do much for it.
Yeah.
They just, let's put more lights in the dark.
on a Blu-ray disc and said it was an HD transfer.
Yeah, let's just make it a little bit lighter, and then when it's dark, it looks weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've seen some transfers like that.
A couple of them's too new for me to get treatment.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to do more older stuff, like, and I don't know, they had Teen Wolf was a joke, like, I know that's coming up, like, later, but Scream Factory needs to, like, I don't know, like, what are they doing why are they doing Teen Wolf, like, both of them, like, I don't know, because the second...
Seeing people posting, they got their copies and stuff, and they're all bragging about it, like, why?
Well, and not just that, yeah, they had the steelbooks, they just reissued all those, so it's like, and the art wasn't cool, so it, I don't know, like, let's do the same, keep coming up with the same stuff, like, let's do something, I don't know, I feel like they could do so much more, but they hold back.
Scream Factory is becoming like fidget spinners, man, just a cash grab.
Yep.
Hey, look at this, buy it, give us your money. I think, like I said, I think Drag Me to Hell and The Strangers are just too new for that treatment.
Yeah.
I mean, they haven't been around long enough. I did enjoy Drag Me to Hell a lot.
Yeah, it's a good
Strangers
movie.
I thought was okay.
Yeah. I have to watch Strangers again, just because we're going to, or I'm going to that convention. They have two of the people there at Whorehound. But I just kind of wanted to rewatch it, because I know they're coming out with that second one soon, too, aren't they? Or is that supposed to be this year or next year, maybe? I don't know. But they're making another one.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I might have to watch that again, too. I watched it when it came out and didn't care for it, but I'll give it another watch and see if it's worth the screen pickup.
I watched it in a theater, and I had fucking, like, annoying-ass people in the background and shit, so that probably didn't help me, like, when I was trying to watch it. So, that was a long time ago, because I remember, it's just...
And they don't show the cover art on here for the Scream Factory, covers. But
they just announce them.
The artwork for Misery that's going to be on the slip is amazing looking. I got a first-hand look at it from the artist at the last convention. So, yeah, he couldn't get the rights to Kathy Bates to use her face, so you don't see her face, but other than that, the artwork is incredible.
Yeah, well, I'll have to definitely check that out, but I guess, yeah, so the movies we're doing for House, it's the Arrow, he's actually got the UK version, like, you have all four, right? You're the box that you have.
Yeah.
And I got the two-story one, so he's got the better one, but yeah, because America, we just got the two, probably due to rights or something. He got the UK one. That one's region free, right? Like, you can watch it on...
Yeah, it's region free.
So if you get a chance...
Xbox One, so.
Yeah, if you get a chance, get that one, but most likely it's going to be really hard considering how much it's going for. You don't see it much. The two House 1 and 2 you see all the time, though. So you might just get stuck with that one, kind of like me. I didn't want to like pay a lot of money for the 4, so.
Yeah, which actually they were supposed to send me a replacement and let me keep the one I got because my cases came all broken.
Oh, really?
I mean, the outer box is fine and everything. It's just the insides of the cases, the plastic, got damaged during shipping.
So you'll get 2 of them? Nice.
So, I was supposed to have 2 of them, and, they just sold out so quick and everything. I never did.
Oh, gotcha.
But who knows, maybe in the future I'll get a replacement.
You'll see a random one pop up one day, and you'll be like, holy shit, now it's like $400.
Yeah, I was just asking them for replacement cases, just send me some clear cases, or whatever.
Yeah.
And, they're like, oh, we'll send you the whole thing, we're sorry, and haven't heard nothing else. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, once again, guys, let us know if you want us to keep doing this,
new segment, yeah.
Yeah, this kind of bullshit before the movies, part. Just random talk and, current news and everything.
Giving you guys updates on what's going on in the world for horror news, whatnot, and pickups so you guys have an idea, if you haven't checked it out already, to jump on some of this stuff, because it sells out quick with some of it, so.
One other thing I was going to mention was Sony is releasing 976 Evil on Blu-ray, so that's coming up. I think it's pre-order available now, I do believe, which was directed by Robert Englund.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, which is kind of weird that Sony is actually releasing it. They're seeing, all these other companies getting the rights to their movies and stuff and making a killing off it. So I guess the major studios are going to start re-releasing these older horror titles themselves.
Well, I think too, like these horror shows, you have so many. It's like Bates Motel, Hannibal, Ash versus, Evil Dead. It's just so many. The Exorcist has got its own now. I mean, and Scream had like 2 seasons. I seen the first one, didn't really care for it. But yeah, it's crazy. Like so many are on, the TV shows, and now I think that like everyone's trying to, cash grab on it. It seems like.
I think Scream, it would have been a lot better if it was like on Stars or HBO or something, and
probably
what you had in the movies,
Yeah.
There's no foul language. I don't think there was nudity in the films, but they could have done a lot more to appeal to the younger generation.
Yeah, I wasn't digging it. Like, I seen the first one, they had the second season on Netflix, I think, and I just, I'm not even gonna bother. Like, cause I watched the first one, I just didn't really care for the way it ended and stuff. It was just an okay thing to watch anyway. It wasn't anything that really sucked you in. Like, I'm watching Hannibal right now, and it's sucking me in, so needs to do that.
Yeah, I still got to watch that, too.
Oh.
I got the complete series or whatever, but yeah. Alright, so we'll go ahead and move on to The First House.
Yep.
Released in 1985, starring William Catt and George Wendt.
Woman lived here before you was nuts. Wouldn't be surprised if someone just got fed up and offed her.
She was my aunt.
Heart of gold, though.
Roger Cobb has come here alone.
Daddy?
But no one is ever alone in the house.
This house knows everything about you. Leave while you can.
No!
It has been waiting for him.
Hi.
Sandy.
Now, it wants you. Horror has found a new home. House. Enter at your own risk.
Yeah, it's like pretty much it starts with like a guy that inherits the house like a famous author guy, right?
Yeah, Roger Cobb.
He does.
First you start out with the guy, the kid delivering groceries.
What's up, Mrs. Hooper? Yeah, Mrs. Hooper, I think is the name or something for her. Yeah. But yeah, by the way, these are spoilers, so we're going to tell you what happens. So.
Yeah, and we'll try to shorten it down for you guys a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, he delivers that stuff, and it... Obviously, she commits suicide, so... I don't know, and then she's got all those paintings and stuff that kind of show... ghosts or something telling her what to do. I don't know. It's really weird. Yeah, so pretty much, like... That famous author guy, I think it's because his agent tells him to, like... He wants to write about the Vietnam War in the next book. And he's like, no, man, no one wants to hear about nobody wants to hear about the war because I'm sure, like, there's so much stuff on it, too. Like, you know, it's probably flooded, especially during that time. I don't know if, how many books or how many movies were based on it. I know there's probably quite a few, but...
Yeah, there's quite a bit of movies that I remember came out in the 80s that were based on Vietnam and stuff.
Yeah, he wanted him to do something different so it's not the same, but it seems like when he goes to the house he inherits, they're just trying to sell it, like that guy that he hires or whatever, showing him the place.
Yeah, they'll like ask him a question and he'll start to answer and he'll be like, oh, that's nice, blah, blah, blah. Like,
yeah, he's like, oh, that's a nice fish that didn't he win like 2 years in a row or something, like, and then he shoots like the spear gun and almost kills him.
Yeah, the guy selling the house really didn't care.
He just wanted to play with his shit. Yeah, he just wanted to play with the cool shit he had.
But yeah, he was doing that book signing there at the beginning, as you were talking about.
Yeah.
You know, when he was, and the people coming through the line. The one lady from Austin Powers was one of the people coming through the line too, which my wife pointed out. I didn't even notice the front.
I didn't even notice that now either. I'd have to go back and didn't even notice any of that really with because there's so many people. There's like the one guy who's like, this means a lot to me. Like some of the fans are actually kind of funny. Listening to
the fans ask him what his next book is, I believe, and they were like, oh, you know.
Yeah, that one guy's face, he tells him, oh, it's going to be on the Vietnam War, and then his face drops. Like, he's all excited, and then it goes to like, oh. So I don't think his fans, I think it was a horror book, wasn't it? Like...
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but it was something like Blood something, or...
Yeah.
I'm not really sure, but yeah.
So he's starting to like get big as an author, and then yeah, he moves to the house. He actually decides to stay. His neighbor's kind of nosy and bugs him a lot. And the funny thing is with his neighbor, he asks him to sign his book, right? And then he's just got those blank pages he pulls out, like of his like.
No, they weren't blank. They were just all in pages.
Yeah, he didn't have like the cover. It was all beat to shit. He's like, sign a page or whatever, pretty much, because it's like your book's fucked up, man. Yeah, I don't know.
Which is, Norm from Cheers there.
Yeah, the neighbor was a pretty cool character, actually, but...
Which I've had the honor of meeting both them, William Cat and George Wendt. You know, William Cat's a great guy to meet in person. If you guys ever get the chance. George Wendt, not too friendly, not too talkative or anything. But, I don't know, he just doesn't seem too comfortable in a convention setting. I don't know. He doesn't seem too fond of being in that movie, per se.
Oh, I gotcha.
Hey, you made it, man. Be proud of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty much, I would say the only notable characters is the neighbor, because he comes over all the time wanting to drink beer and hang out, because he finds out who he is and shit, so he kind of knows he's around. And then the one chick that... The chick that he's like trying to get with that lives there, like he's like, oh nice, like he's thinking he's gonna like date her and shit, or but she just wants him to be a babysitter. Like she like flirts with him and shit, and like you think that something's gonna happen, but she just wants a babysitter. So
because he's like, I think they're divorced.
Yeah, he's divorced.
He's still trying to be with her. They're still maybe trying to work it out. You're not really sure.
It seems like she was kind of like in Hollywood or something, and he was trying to claim he was busy with his new book or something, trying to make it sound like he's got a epic life and shit when he's just in that house trying to make another book.
And during everything, you also have, their son's missing.
Yeah.
Well, which is
actually happened at that house originally, right? Like, doesn't they do a flashback where they were living with the Grams that lived there, and then the kid goes missing, like, in the yard or something?
Yeah. They're, like, swimming or something.
Yeah. I don't remember what happens, though. They don't explain it, like, if he drowns or if he just disappears.
Right, yeah, they never did find him, which they don't explain to you if that's what, tore the marriage apart, but I'm pretty sure that's,
Yeah, I would say a loss of a child would probably do that.
Right. It seems like he went into a deep depression mode, and she's still trying to do her Hollywood thing, and they just couldn't, find a medium, I guess.
Yeah.
But, moving on.
So, like, he finds out that it's haunted because he has that experience with the closet, right? Like, that creature.
Yeah.
So he, like, the next day, he gets, like, a fucking, truck with a bunch of cameras and shit. Like, he orders a bunch of shit. He has it there the next day and sets it all up in that room. Is all ready to see some paranormal action,
Yeah, and he can't figure out why he's not seeing anything,
Yeah.
But come to find out, the clock has to hit midnight is when the stuff happens.
He tells his buddy, the neighbor, but he doesn't really, believe him at first. He just thinks it's like a game, or I don't know. His friend probably thinks he's kind of weird because he's reading that Vietnam book and he runs out with like a uniform and fucking runs outside and does weird shit. So I don't know. And then like he probably thinks he's kind of odd a little bit, but it's still his buddy, I guess, at the same time because he's famous too.
Well, yeah, he's famous and he's his neighbor, so he's trying to deal with the strangeness, but
yeah,
he's not too certain on him. He doesn't think he's all there, and there's even a point in the movie where he calls his wife or ex-wife or whatever, and tells her that hey, something's not right with him.
Yeah, you might want to check on him.
Sorry, it's kind of funny that he just looks her up in the phone book or something, and you can just call a celebrity. Like,
well, no, he steals his he stole his his contact journal from the house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then he just took that with him, and like you'd be surprised, like you'd think he'd be like, where the fuck is that at? But he never really looks for it or anything. He just takes it.
Yeah, but I mean, it kind of goes to show you, back in the '80s, you could call up a celebrity though, and they would just talk to you, like,
Yeah, now you'd have like an agent being like, what do you want?
Yep.
And you'd probably be lucky to even talk to the agent, really. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like you'd have to do a lot of emails, and it'd probably take a while. It depends on how big they are, really. I mean, if they're... just depends on who they are, I guess.
Thing in the movie is supposed to represent something. The creature in the closet, I watched the features on it, and they're supposed to be the faces of... I mean, it was kind of like a hidden thing, but it was supposed to be like the faces of the special effects artists or something. It was supposed to be like a hidden message in there.
Oh, okay.
Everything in the movie was done for a reason.
So, yeah, he's writing about the Vietnam War, right? And that's when you find out about his friend that he goes
Big
to...
Ben.
Yep. Which... I'm thinking he's writing the book, or he's either thinking about writing the book on his computer, or he's actually writing it. I can't tell, but...
Yeah, I don't know either. I know he just keeps having flashbacks of the war, of certain things that happened, and Big Ben's all about, getting into action and stuff, and he's trying to keep him away from it.
Yep.
You get to the point where Ben ends up saving his life by jumping on a grenade or something. Is that what it was?
Well, Big Ben, it was something... he gets like, he doesn't die though. Is the thing. Like, he, they don't see the writer dude. Like, the Vietnamese find Ben or whatever, but they don't see the other guy. So he's kind of in the clear, and then he's telling him to kill him, but he won't kill him. And then the Vietnamese take him away or whatever, or the Viet Cong or whatever the hell, they take him away with them, and he's like, "You should have killed me. I'll get you for this."
Yeah, he just got shot or something. Is what it was. Yeah. Yep. And they end up torturing him or something, which we don't see, but you know that's what happens. You know?
Yep. You know, and yeah, he's just like pissed because he told him to slit his throat, and I'm surprised. Okay, like they shoot Ben, and then like the enemy that they're versing, right? Like they don't like see all that going on, like how he comes up to him, he's like, "Kill me!" Like they don't try to capture the other guy. They're just like, "Oh, we didn't see any of that. We're walking over."
They're only like 10 feet away.
Yeah, I know. Like it's not like they're. I don't know. That was kind of weird, but other than
they're
that,
not bunkered down across the whole field or anything. They're just right there.
It makes it sound like they're like hundreds of feet away, walking to go get what they shot or something. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so
yeah, there's other things that go on during the movie too, but discover the main things, I guess.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, he finally gets his friend to believe him after, doesn't he tie a rope to himself to that closet and goes in there? Or some shit, or...
Yeah, he ties a rope to himself, and then he gives, what's his name in the movie? Norm, man, what was his name? Harold. He gives Harold the harpoon gun, tells him there's a big raccoon in there.
Oh, yeah, that's how he gets him up there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was actually pretty funny. And he goes up there and he actually sees, like, it's a whole nother world, kind of when he goes in there. And pretty much, like, he's got that shotgun, too. I don't know if it's that night or... Because he shoots the shotgun off, thinks he kills his ex-wife in, like, a hallucination.
Yeah, it's before that.
Yeah, and then
comes in.
His neighbor, his buddy, calls the cops on him because he thinks he's, like, trying to... Do you think he's trying to kill himself, or what do you think? He's just shooting guns or some shit? There's something like that. He called the cops on him.
Yeah, I think he thought he was going to hurt himself.
Yeah, and then the cops come and he's like, "Oh, I'm just cleaning it." Yeah, because he thinks he throws the body of his ex-wife, right, in the closet, thinks it's real, even though it didn't happen or whatever. And then he's just polishing the gun in front of those cops. They're like, "Drop your weapon." Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, then invites him in for coffee and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they find out he's that author, and they're like, "You think he's going to ask for an autograph?" He's like, "Can I use your bathroom?" It's like, okay.
Yeah, she turns into his ex-wife after, you know, being the monster, and he shoots the monster.
Oh, that's what it was? It was the monster? Oh, yeah, you're right, that's what it was. Yeah, she had the shotgun originally somehow, and he gets it away from her or something. I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah.
The thing was just running around.
She came in as her normal self into the house, and he's like, "Oh, you know, what are you doing here?" And he turns around, and then he turns back around, and she turns into that creature. She's got the shotgun.
You got that fucking highest pitch voice, too, where it's like, "Now you're going down." It's just a weird... I can't even do an impersonation of it, but damn. It's got a really weird, like, screechy type... that creature, that fat thing running around the house. I don't know what the fuck it was, but...
Yeah, the hottie. Yeah.
Yeah.
He ends up getting the shotgun away from her, though, and shooting the creature, and then it turns back into his wife, and he's like, "Oh, you know, what did I do?" And
yeah, that's why he throws in the closet, because the cops, you know, he doesn't want to...
Yeah.
They're right there, and he's like, "Oh, shit." So... And then one of the cops, when they're having coffee, he's like, "Why do you have a shell randomly in your house?" Like, he finds, like, one of the bullets, I think.
Underneath the table.
Yep.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, what's the point of owning a gun if you don't have any ammo?"
And the guy's like, "True." He's like, "True," or something, I don't know. And they quickly leave, like, after that. And then I think he's
his
pissed.
neighbor's with him this whole time too, of course.
And I think
making
he's
things worse.
Yeah, and I think he's pissed. I think he's somewhat knows that he called the cops on him because he just pops out of nowhere and he's really getting involved with it. Like he kind of suspects he's the one that called him.
He was all proud of it too when the cops showed up. Oh, I'm the one that called you guys.
Oh, did he actually said it?
Yeah, and then he just walks in with the cops like he's welcome into their house. Like,
Yeah, that'd probably piss off your friend a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too happy about it, but the cops made a big deal out of him, like owning a gun, like it mattered, But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah, they obviously nothing happened, so he got out of that, and I don't know, he pretty much, I think, doesn't he, like, after Harold and everything...
well, we kind of skip past, he does end up taking out the chick creature,
Yeah.
and cutting her up and burying her in the backyard.
Oh yeah, in all different holes, and that's where he meets the one chick. Because she's swimming in his fucking pool. That was so weird. Like, oh, your Grams let me do this like 20 years ago. I'm gonna fucking go swim in your pool since no one's living here.
Yeah, and she's all like you were saying earlier, you think she's hitting on him, and something about playtime and stuff, and that's when she comes back later. Oh, it's playtime now. Here's my kid.
Yeah, and then the kid's got the fucking arm of that the hottie's, the fucking creature.
So the dog dug it up earlier.
Yep, because he dismembered it, and he's got to rip that hand off, and it was actually on him when the mom was still there, and I was surprised she was okay with that, because like he throws the kid in the bathroom with him, and then the mom's just like, okay, whatever, see you later, like just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. Go with some stranger into the bathroom for a long period of time, and
I trust you. All right, have fun. I'll see you in 20 hours or what. She's like it seems like she leaves for like a day, because doesn't he spend the night there, the kid, or I don't know. It seems like it's quite some time when she gets back.
yeah, it was only supposed to be like later that night. It's like, here's stuff for a bath and this. And
Oh, okay.
It's only going to be a few hours. Why am I getting all this stuff?
Yeah. So pretty much, like, what else is really notable really with it, other than he goes into the other world a couple different times.
That's when we go back to what we touched on about him having the rope and him having the harpoon and everything, is when he goes into that other dimension.
Yeah. And
that's where he Big Ben's dying when he goes back into there. Is where he does that. And where he wants him to kill him before they get to him and everything, and
he doesn't do it, so Big Ben's pissed, and he actually finds his kid in there.
Well, he finds out through one of the paintings from his aunt that you have to go through that mirror, that the kid's in the mirror in the painting.
So he gets
he's stuck into the house.
So he gets his kid back, right? Or like somehow.
Yeah, he jumps through the mirror in the bathroom.
And pretty much like with other creatures other than the one in the closet and the hottie like creature thing that runs around that we call it, and then Big Ben kind of comes out of the world after him. Like after he leaves the world with his kid. That was like the only other thing that happened, right? Towards the end of the movie, or is there more shit that happened with the creatures, or was that pretty much it with the creatures?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, the Big Ben comes out.
He goes through that mirror and finds, his son, and he brings him back. Like you said, he starts chasing him.
Yeah, Big Ben's pissed. Comes back. He's like a skeleton, and he actually looks pretty cool. Like I like the look of him.
I think that's the main reason I always loved this movie. Why it always had a special place is because of Big Ben. It was the bailiff from Night Court, by the way.
Oh, really?
Just fun fact down.
Yeah, he's a cool character in this movie. Like he comes after him. He's got that big ass knife. It's like a Rambo knife. And I don't know. You see that on the cover art too. You see like the first picture on like the Arrow set. It's got, you know, it's cool artwork, really, with Big Ben and whatnot, but...
I know there's a part when they're fighting where Ben's arm comes off and Reiser's hitting him with his own arm. And
yeah, that was pretty good.
then he just grabs it back and reattaches it like nothing. And
It's like, it's got humor, so it's kind of like a horror comedy a little bit, but then it's got... So it's kind of like that Eaten Alive movie a little bit. You seen that one? Where it's not... Yeah.
To me, I mean, just to wrap up the rest of the movie, though, he does end up, you know, taking Big Ben out with a grenade, and then his ex or whatever shows up at the end, and everything's just hunky-dory.
Yeah, and then they go back to normal with their kid, and it's pretty much all, you know, everyone's happy.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this movie's more about relationships than it is the horror elements of the film. You know, his relationship with Ben, his relationship with his wife, the how they are dealing with the loss of their son and everything like that. There's a lot of deeper elements to this film.
Yeah. It's a good movie. Like, I liked it too. Like, first time seeing it, like, it just went together well. It just fits.
It didn't jump around a whole lot. There wasn't a lot of unnecessary things going on in this movie. Everything was there for a reason.
Yeah, my bad. It wasn't Eaten Alive, that one movie. It was Dead Alive. That's what I was thinking of. Like, a humor kind of like that a little bit. Like, I don't know. It's kind of one of Peter Jackson's films, but doesn't really matter. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it had enough comedy in it to keep you entertained and enough horror elements for, you know, fans like us. You know, it could have been a Lifetime made-for-TV movie, you know, without all the horror elements. But it definitely touched a lot on PTSD, which they talk about in the features as well, is what he's going through.
Yeah.
With the war and everything. And, you know, is some of that stuff just figments of his imagination trying to deal with, you know, what he went through in Vietnam, or, you know.
Yeah.
But, you want to jump to ratings on this one?
HMPP is 6.2 then. For the rating, I'll give it a 7, actually. I liked it. I wasn't sure at first because I didn't know like how I felt. I was thinking more of a 6.5, but actually, like, I'd go back and watch this a lot. Like, I feel like it'd be a good like family movie almost too. Like, it'd be something.
I've had that comment before from other people too, saying that, you know, it's a good movie for younger people to watch to get them into horror.
Yeah. It's like a movie that would. I don't know. I feel like it.
Too many nightmares or anything.
Yeah, it's just something that you'd be able to get someone starting out at an early age to appreciate horror movies and stuff. Because, yep, it'd be a good start film, I'd say. It's kind of like, you know, having like, I don't know, Gremlins, or which isn't really. I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck I'm trying to say. All right.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to say, like Beetlejuice or
yeah,
you know, something like that. You know, that kind of pushes between adult and child. Like, yeah. I mean, it's definitely, you know, it's a film that focuses on family for sure. So it's good for, you know, that. But I'm gonna go higher than you, only because I grew up watching this movie and just I have loved this movie since I was a kid.
You got some good memories. Yeah.
I mean, just for that reason. If I had just watched it for the first time, which, you know, that was my first time watching on Blu-ray and everything, and it was, you know, kind of like watching it for the first time because the quality was amazing.
Yeah. And
I'd probably be about right at IMDb's score on it, but just growing up and having that nostalgia with this film, it sits at an 8 for me.
Yeah, Blu-ray looks really.
Meeting the cast members too.
Oh, I haven't met any of them. This is the first time I've seen it, but yeah, Blu-ray looks really good on it. I have not seen it on any other formats though, so I wouldn't know how to judge those. But I don't know. Like, the only thing I noticed with the Blu-ray was like the beginning where the grocery boy or whatever, like there's like a glare from the camera or something, but other than that, it's like awesome.
I mean, Arrow always delivers. I will pick their releases over Scream Factory any day. I don't know if I mentioned before on the podcast, I know I have on my channel that Vinegar Syndrome actually does some of their restorations for them.
Oh, really?
Some of their releases, yeah.
Did not know
So,
that.
you know, they're always going to be top-notch releases from Arrow Video. They don't play around. But some fun facts for you guys. This was Kane Hodder's debut as stunt coordinator on this film. He was a stunt man before, but this was his first time coordinating the stunts.
Yeah, it's always fun to watch anything Kane Hodder's involved with a lot of times. Like, I don't know, he was like a stunt. I've seen him in other, like, I think Leatherface, he's a stunt coordinator in that too. Or, well, actually, he actually played Leatherface, but never mind. That's, he's done a lot of work on a lot of films. Yeah.
He's been around for a long time.
Yep.
You know, he used to rock that mullet back in the day.
Yep.
Anyway,
I've seen early pictures of the cons too, where it would have been fun to go. Like, if I would have known about horror cons back then, but I'd probably been too fucking little anyway. Like,
in the early 90s and stuff. It would have been a blast, man. You know, it's just so overcrowded nowadays. It's kind of not even fun to a point.
well, and they're starting to like charge for everything now. Like, it's, I don't know. It just seems like you have to pay. Like, I don't know. Like, it seems like they're doing, you know, these photo ops are the next big thing with it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're getting kind of off track, but yeah, when I first started going too, you know, and I've only been going 5-6 years, and the first few conventions I went to, the first couple years, there was free stuff everywhere, and there's not too much free stuff anymore.
Yeah, you got
just
like
at booths and things.
Yeah, I remember that too. You'd get like posters of the new movies coming out. That was awesome. You get like
So
11 by 17s on them.
I got free ones for like World War Z and Machete Kills and, you know, a bunch of stuff. And then all your independent films, they just hand those out free. Now they're, you know, $5, which isn't bad. And they'll sign them too. But, you know, they used to be free. What happened?
Yeah.
But anyway, going back to the house, you know, it was produced by Sean Cunningham, you know, from Friday the 13th, director.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
And directed by Steve Miner. And yeah.
Now, there's an all-new house
It's like you got some kind of alternate universe in there or something.
with brand new owners.
Charlie. Huh? Got it.
And it's getting weirder.
Look! It's a prehistoric bird! I got you, Jess!
I've seen enough tragedy and disaster to make you want to upchuck in your shorts.
Two friends inherit a fantastic house
Charlie, there's a jungle in there.
and a 170-year-old mummy.
Surprise! Who is this? You can call me Gramps.
Now, they're in for more trouble than they ever imagined.
You're gonna kick the door open, run in there blindly, and I'll cover you, okay? Guy with the big gun goes first.
House 2, the second story.
So there's a lot of cool people involved with the film.
Yeah, there's, I mean, people that have been in the horror genre for years were involved with this film.
Or does he inherit it or something? Or I have no clue. Or
Yeah, it fast forwards 25 years later.
Oh, yeah, you're
His
right.
wife or whatever going to the house. And, you know, hey, it's been in my family for many years.
and then he like digs up his grandpappy, which happens pretty quick.
Yeah, he figures out there might be some jewels and stuff by looking through some scrapbooks and things like that in the house.
Yeah. So he does that, and pretty much his friend gets in on it too, because you know, at first you think his great grandfather is gonna kill him because he's got like That skull looks so cheesy on his face, like he had a mask on or whatever. Like, you thought that was maybe like what he was gonna wear, but he takes it off and he just looks like he reminded me kind of the Never-Ending Story, kind of like that. He had like kind of that, I don't know, that dog face from that thing kind of reminded me of the old man. I don't know why, but it just did. Probably because of the beard or something. I don't know why.
I didn't think that at all, but okay. I mean, now that you mention it, I'm kind of thinking about it. But
yeah.
It didn't come to mind.
Like, I don't know. It's kind of its own weird movie. It has a lot of like puppets and stuff in it that the other one, I don't know. He digs them up and he just wants beer and to hang out kind of and tell his cool stories that he did.
He was all pissed off because he was supposed to be younger looking too.
Yeah, and he wants to go out in town and he finds out what he looks like and he's like, oh shit. And then don't they drive the spider around him and his buddy when he goes back to his wife, or is it his wife or his girlfriend?
I don't even remember. I think it's his wife. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and they drive around, fuck around, and they get back. And I don't know, it's funny because Grandpappy knew how to drive, man. But, oh well. Stuff like that I can just let go, I don't really care. But, yeah,
I was like, man, you're gonna let this 170-year-old guy drive your fancy car that wasn't, there wasn't even cars when he died. I'm like, just destroy your vehicle.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of hoping I was thinking he was going to, like, fuck it up or something, because you would just assume he would. But yeah, they just
under $1,000 car, man. You go ahead.
Yep. He's like, whatever. Here you go. Here's the keys. And yeah, he stays in the house. He's pretty much in the basement because he keeps him away because he doesn't want people to know what's going on. He's hiding him with his friend. His friend that looks like Jim Carrey, kind of. He kind of reminds me of that. I don't know why, but
I think he had like a wait.
It's his fucking. It's that haircut, dude. It's the fucking haircut. Yeah. Like I don't know.
Dumb and Dumber Jim Harry.
Yep. That's what it was.
Did he have a gap in his tooth too?
Probably. Yeah. Well, he was just dicking around, like, I don't know, him and the friend with the dead corpse guy that's still alive. That's a billion years old. And don't they, like, how it starts is they look for that crystal skull, right? Or they...
Yeah, he's telling them, like, stories from back in the day. And, I think his great-great-grandson, Jesse, he's, like, asking him who, what's his name? I got it somewhere here. The cowboy guy from the beginning.
Yeah, his parents or something. You mean the ones that the one cowboy guy kills, or?
Yeah, Slim Razor. Yeah, he saw him about. He asked him if he had heard that name or whatever. And he says, Slim Razor's not in my vocabulary no more.
Oh.
He ends up telling him that he, took him out because they were fighting over that skull.
Oh, okay. And then they walk upstairs, and there's like a huge party going on, and they have like that record producer guy and his wife, and then I don't know. He knows some random chick that's there, old friends or something.
Mm-hmm. The Charlie guy, the friend, when they're down there, and like, oh, what's that noise? He's like, I don't know. It sounds like music. Oh, I forgot. I invited people over.
Yeah. There's just, I don't know, there's so much going on. And then, like, his one friend, like, they go to that party, and I think the crystal skull gets taken, right? Or something happens. They have to go.
The big bodybuilder guy comes through.
Yep.
Punches Kane Hodder in the face in the gorilla suit, knocks him over the balcony. Which I'd like to see that fight nowadays, because Kane Hodder's a big dude.
Yeah.
I want to see them two, put down. But
that would be interesting.
Yeah, he comes in and grabs the skull off the thing and heads back through
the dimension
jungle that appeared. Yeah, that alternate dimension.
So the one guy in the Jim Carrey lookalike dude go up there.
Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie. That's his name. Yeah, he goes up there and he's got an Uzi, and then he gives him that little cigarette lighter gun. That was funny. 'Cause he gives him like a cigarette lighter, and he thinks it's a real gun, but it's like a little. It'd be a gun you'd give to like
a woman.
Yeah.
Keeping her like, I don't know.
It's like one of those. Yeah, it's one of those very concealed weapons. Like I can maybe see. Well, I don't know. I can't really see a guy. I don't know. With that gun.
I can see like a James Bond using.
Yeah, like a secret agent dude or something like a gadget dude, like having that in his boot or something, or I don't know. It's a concealed, a small ass gun that's like 3 inches or something. It actually reminded me of Men in Black, where he gets the mangy cricket. Will Smith does.
The noisy cricket.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. I'm wondering if they took
it's
that.
high-powered.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if this movie inspired a lot of those other movies, because they always have where a dude gets this awesome gun, and then the one dude gets a gun, and he's just like, what the fuck, I get this? I don't know.
You could tell this film had a bigger budget than the first one by all the strange effects they decided to use for no reason. Once they go into that prehistoric world.
Yeah. Yeah, they go in there. They just start shooting that Uzi off, like the machine gun, and then you got that bodybuilder dude, the big dude. He comes up to him, and then I'm not sure. Does he run out of ammo or drops his gun? I think he gets knocked out or something.
He pulls out that little knife at one point. Charlie does, and then the barbarian guy pulls out that big machete or
like
whatever.
a Rambo knife or something. He pulls out something huge. Yeah.
He's getting ready to take Charlie out, and that freaking dinosaur creature thing just chomps him up.
Hey, that was funny when he tried shooting him with the cigarette, because it wasn't even a fucking gun. It was a cigarette lighter. He's like, thanks, Charlie. And that big dude just gets him. But yeah, after that dude gets ate up, it's just, I don't know, this dinosaur takes, the pterodactyl takes it, the baby's got it. They fall through, to the basement shortly after. I'm just going to sum this up because it's kind of, I don't know, we don't really care about this movie so much. But they fall through the basement, and you get to go see the one dude, the old grandpappy dude. He wants some beer, and he's probably just like, what the fuck? Because they have that caterpillar dog thing kind of hanging around now.
Yeah, that thing was just kind of weird. I don't know what the point of that was. But yeah, Charlie thought he was getting attacked or something. Wasn't it Charlie? Or was it Jesse? One of them thought they were getting attacked by something. They're like, oh, by this?
I do like the grandpappy giving them beer, though. That was pretty good.
Yeah, in the bottle.
Yeah. And then they try to hide it all from the record label friend guy and his wife and somebody else. I don't know if it's the wife of the record label guy. I don't know. All the friend people or whatever know something's going on because they're hearing all this shit. I mean, especially with the basement crashing in like that. They're probably
the John guy who's played by Bill Maher. He's like, oh, what are you hiding in the closet? Is it that chick or whatever? And he's like, oh, no.
Yeah, and then it is, because it's like a flip wall. And he's like, I thought that would be funny. And then his wife or girlfriend just leaves. And then that record label guy is trying to show off. He's like, you really are a scumbag. You know that? Or I don't know what he says. Says something around that. Or you should be ashamed. Or I don't know. It don't really matter. This movie is just weird.
You have the chick they're getting ready to sacrifice.
Yep, and they go, they pretty much save, the electrician guy comes in, he's all about that shit, he pulls out a fucking sword out of his toolbox, and I'm not even sure how he even came there, but...
I'm not either, I don't know where he came from, but you knew right off the bat he wasn't no electrician.
Yeah.
He taps the light bulb with a hammer or screwdriver or whatever and breaks it.
Yeah.
Then he tells them, hey, you gotta come here, you gotta look at this. And they're like, oh, not right now, what's a bad time? And he's like, no, really, you gotta come look at this. And he opens up that alternate dimension through the wall.
Yeah, and then, they're gonna sacrifice the one girl they save, or all three of them, summon it up from, the people with the masks on and shit, and they're gonna do, a ritual, I don't know. They say,
I mean, what was that even part supposed to be? Like,
no one even knows. It's just they have the fucking skull there to be like, look, we're sacrificing this shit to you or whatever. I don't know. No one. They didn't really explain
they were
any.
just throwing in some random shit.
That's kind of what this movie was. A bunch of weird shit. But it's, I don't know, like, so pretty much the electrician leaves after that cool adventure. He's just there for that, you know, awesome time. Those other two guys, they saved that chick, and they're kind of, after that, you know, they're all hanging out, gonna eat dinner, and...
Yeah, they even set up a bib and
yep.
plate for the pterodactyl and everything. Like,
yeah. That was ridiculous, and they had, it's fucked up, because they give the grandpappy, like, that big-ass, tray thing, and then it opens up, and it's the one dude comes out of it,
yeah, Slim Razor.
Yeah, and then Slim Razor, he takes him out, like, right away. I was expecting some cool-ass duel or some shit to keep my interest. My interest is already gone at this point, but I would have liked to...
I think he takes him out quick, because it wants to be between the great-grandson and Slim Razor.
I would have liked to see Slim... Yeah, I would like to see Slim Razor, though, and then battle it out a little bit more. That was pretty bad. He just got knocked out right away. Took him down.
With the terrible graphics on Slim Razor's horse there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The dead horse. Man, that was bad.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, you didn't even get to see him ride a horse, man. I know they had him riding one or something, or maybe it was a machine or something, but you didn't get to see the real one. Like, even a saddle or anything. It's just like he's on that.
The zombie one.
Yep. So Slim Razor, you know, Jack's the chick that was going to be sacrificed, and then the friend, and she's got to go save him. They have like a duel kind of, but he sucks at shooting, so he's got to run around. And then they go back into the house, and then eventually, I don't know how the hell the cops get called, but they do. And then they think they're shooting at them because there's gunshots that go out there, so then they think it's going to be like one of those, like, you know, epic gun battles. So they're all into it. 'Cause I think one of their guys gets shot, right? Like with the shotgun or somebody. So that all goes, you have gun bullets going everywhere, and then Slim Razor and the one dude duke it out and takes a shotgun and he just fucking blows his head off like 3 times or
what. All of a sudden he's a badass with a gun and can shoot. You know, he couldn't do nothing with the pistol, but he pulls out that rifle and he's just dead on.
Yep. Yeah. He took him down. Slim Razor just didn't have it in him anymore,
but he comes back for more.
Yeah. He's got like no head.
He's got no head, but he's still managed to shoot him in the leg, I think.
Something, yeah. I don't even know.
Shoots Jesse. Yeah, he shoots Jesse in the leg, and he gets trying to get the skull back. Which I don't even know why Slim Razor pulled the skull out of his chest to begin with, you know, just to show Jesse, yo, I got the skull. Like,
it's like, yeah,
just keep it in there and get it out. You know?
Yeah, that made no fucking sense at all. And then I don't know, he gets the skull and he thinks they can like repair his grandpappy, but his grandpappy is just like, fuck this time period, I'm out, you know. And
yeah, he's like, I've done all I can for, you know, my time here, and then all of a sudden, no, I love you, grandpappy, love you too.
Yeah, then what happens? What, like at the end there, the family moves back in, his wife or girlfriend's all back together, or I forget.
No, he's with that chick that they were trying to sacrifice.
Oh, you're right, yeah. Oh, yeah, then they go to, like, a Western or some shit. It, like, jumps into...
I mean, was the end now, you know, present day, or was...
Did they go back in time with the crystal skull thing? I don't know.
Yeah, or did they stay in an alternate dimension? I'm guessing, you know, because he buries grandpappy and leaves the skull there on the grave.
Who knows?
Like, someone could just come grab that thing anytime.
Yeah, the house is burning up, too. I don't even know. Maybe somehow they jumped into, like, that warp hole to that other world, and
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That's what had to have happened. Yeah, they didn't really explain shit. And then the end, and you're like, what the fuck did I just watch? Kind of.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. I would have liked it more, I think, if Grandpappy, like, it wouldn't have been so... Like, they try to do a lot of laughs in this, and I feel like that's kind of, I don't know, a downfall a little bit. Like, they tried to make you think a lot.
There was too much going on, is all.
Yeah.
There was just too many things happening in an hour-and-a-half movie.
Yeah.
It should have stayed between Grandpappy and Slim Razor, and that's it.
Yep.
You know, you didn't need all that other shit in there. You know, I don't know. I mean, again, I think we both kind of watched it at the wrong time too. You said you had to watch it in like 2 parts or something.
Yeah, I fell asleep and then watched it this morning right before the podcast. So it's
with my work schedule, I just had to watch it right before the podcast.
I don't even know if I'd like it though. If I would have watched it at a different time, I don't know. It didn't really fit to me. I don't know. I
do like Grandpappy though. I mean,
yeah,
I like that character.
He was fun, but Slim Razor was kind of cool too. But it's just like
he was cool looking though. I mean,
yeah, Slim Razor
I liked his hat and everything.
Slim Razor, like what? He's in the beginning and the very end. I mean, he's barely in the movie, really. If you think about it.
You hear his spurs a few times, you know.
Yeah.
There. Once Jesse moves in the house at the beginning, he hears the spurs and goes to investigate and everything, and that's when he, you know, starts looking through things and the albums and everything.
So yeah.
But yeah, it was just too hectic of a movie, too chaotic.
Yeah. Did you want to go to ratings?
I mean, we kind of talked about what we did like and didn't like about it, which we didn't really do on the first one, but...
Yeah, my bad.
You know, we definitely try to get back to that, but, yeah, I remembered liking this one a lot more than I did this time. I remember liking both of them about the same, but yeah, definitely not this time around. We got a 5.4 on IMDb, and this came out in 1987, by the way. I'm just going to go with like a 5 right now.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. I was probably going to go with a 5 also. Like, that's what I was thinking, like, after I seen it. Like, I wasn't sure what to rate it at first. Like, I know it wasn't, like, super bad, but it wasn't super awesome either, so give it like a medium rating, you know, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch it again somewhere down the line when I'm really feeling it more, but I don't think that will change too much as far as my rating on it.
Yeah, you gotta let me know how the horse show is in the 4th one. Those are probably, I would think those, I don't know, hopefully they're better, they're a little bit better than this one, but...
Your horse show is pretty good.
Is it? Yeah. I gotta check that out. I don't know, maybe I should just buy the Blu-ray individually. I don't know, because I know it's on VHS and Blu-ray, right? That's the only formats that it ever was on. I don't think they ever made a DVD of it.
I don't know. I'm not sure. It's only got a 4.9 on IMDb, so it's a lower rating.
Huh.
But, and the 4th one is... I don't know.
Oh.
Let's see. How's 4? I didn't even know there was 4 until this box set came out.
Yeah, I didn't really know either. Well, the thing is, you can go to Walmart too, and they have 1 and 2. So if you guys get really cheap with this and you want to get the Arrow Blu-rays,
brand new.
Yeah, I mean they have the DVDs at Walmart too, where they're pretty cheap. I think $6 or $7 or something for the DVDs if you just want to watch them and you don't really care about the quality or any of that. And they had the House movie.
It's actually pretty good quality from what I hear.
Oh, is it for the DVD?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
have them individually, but on DVD as well, the quality's pretty good.
yeah, because they have the first one I think for $5 there. I was just there a little bit ago, and it was pretty cheap for like after this Arrow set came out. I saw them at the Walmarts, and I was like, oh, they got 1 and 2 at Walmart now. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I bought them at FYE brand new for $10 a piece on DVD, but that was a good price back then, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, House 4 has a 3.6.
Well, it's House 4.
That should be fun.
Yeah, well, the thing is with House 4, right? Like they, has that had I think it had a VHS, but did it have a DVD though? Or because I've never really heard of it. Like it's the thing.
It did. It was probably on one of those multi-packs or something.
Probably, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, you got Roger Cobb is killed in a car accident. His family must move into the house that haunted him for several years. Soon the family begins to experience scary and unexplained phenomena. That's the synopsis. So, 3.6. That should be fun.
Yeah, the first one's pretty awesome. So
I don't know about you, but
yeah, I don't. With horror movies, they're pretty harsh. Like all the different ratings, because I mean, you have to look at it this way. That's a general like rating board thing. Like most people aren't like hardcore horror fans like me and you are. Like where we buy all this shit. Like most people you're gonna talk to, and they'll like know the basic horror films, but they don't know, you know, anything else. Like. So they'll be rating this stuff, and I feel like half of them on IMDb or whatever, some of them probably don't even watch. It seems like they don't watch them, or they just don't give it much of a chance. Maybe they watch it for like 10 minutes. They're like, oh, I'm turning this off. You know? I don't know. Like,
yeah, they don't watch a lot of the straight-to-video shit that we do. And
yeah.
Everything. Yeah.
So their ratings are going to be like your general population on horror. I feel like they're going to be more harsh with it because, I don't know, they just don't give a shit.
Hey, people who liked House also liked Satan's Little Helper, which was awesome.
Yeah, I think that was on Netflix a little while back. I don't know if it still is, but
I think so, because I think I watched it on there.
Yeah.
Which you can try to find that Blu-ray at Walmart that people post that was in the clearance section for like $2, but it was like a cut version that wasn't very good.
Oh, that sucks. But yeah.
So yeah.
Let us what you get, or tell us what you guys think. You know, if you guys like the news segment, or if you want us to talk about other stuff, or you know, give us some feedback, and you know, see what we can do. Same with the films. If you guys want us to do a certain franchise or individual films that just came out, you know, like we could do a couple, maybe like 2 different new ones that get released. You know, check them out. Or something, or whatever you guys, just let us know which ones you guys want us to review, because me and Dan have pretty much picked them all, so you know, besides Nightmare on Elm Street. So
yeah, and let us know what you guys want to see from Horrorhound Indianapolis coming up, and we'll get some footage of some things. And if you guys
yeah, for sure, we're excited about that. It's gonna be a fun time. I'm actually thinking about paying for the Steve Dash photo op. I don't know. He's gonna be like back in costume. I don't know if I might consider it. I don't know.
Wearing a bag?
Yeah, wearing a bag. I know, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing that sucks. Is I was thinking about it, but like,
this is me and Jason right here. How do I know? It's just a guy in a bag.
do they put the Whorehound on like the photo and shit, or is it?
No, they don't put anything on the
what the
photos
fuck?
Either conventions I go to.
Okay. I don't know.
Nope. No proof.
Damn it.
But yeah, I mean, let us know if you guys want to see stuff from certain vendors. You know, there's always your big distributors there, like Vinegar Syndrome and who else? Severn Films.
Joel Robinson's gonna be there. I saw that on his. Didn't you get like a shirt or something you showed where it said it? I think he's gonna be. I'm pretty positive he's gonna be at Whorehound.
Yeah, Scream Factory artist Joel Robinson.
He's awesome. There. Yeah.
Who again did the artwork for Misery, and he should be having some shirts by then for Tales from the Hood.
Yeah. Always good shit.
Which he did the art for that slipcover and everything for Scream Factory, so he'll have the shirts available at Whorehound.
It's gonna be a fun time though, because I don't know. It's just, I'm curious to see how Whorehound is. It's a lot bigger than Days, because that's all I'm used to is Days and Flashback. And Flashback wasn't much bigger than Days of the Dead. It was just, they had an area for you listening to them talk about the movies, and then it was just like a hallway, and then you had the main hallways were just for Robert Englund, because that was the day he was doing the, you know, that $400 picture or whatever. So there was like a line out the door, and that was crazy.
Yeah,
like
Whorehound is amazing, man, compared to Days.
Yeah.
Indianapolis, you also have the Mask Fest room, which is always nice and really air conditioned.
Nice.
And you get to see all the special effects stuff. And it's really cool. So.
All right, well, we'll see you guys next time, and let us know on some feedback. You know, check us out on iTunes, Stitcher. Those are two popular, or our more popular ones. Mixcloud, SoundCloud, and Spreaker. And I think that's pretty much, yeah, that's the only ones just check out our since you'll be seeing it on YouTube and all these others, it'll be on there, so you'll be able to find us through that. So.
Yep. And before we go, I just want to say, show some love to my cousin Jason Downs for providing the music for us.
Yep.
And give him a subscription.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome. He's on. We change it up like every episode we try to, or I don't know. Maybe we'll stick with the same theme. We'll figure it out. But yeah, it's some good music. So yeah. See you guys next time.